So we'll deal with numbers and strengthen our understanding around those numbers. Let's see who all are clear about it. And if you guys are wondering why we are talking about numbers, Arif, can you stop crying? See, kids cry over spilled milk. There is no spilled milk also. Then also you are crying. Not needed. And let me be very clear and candid here. Everybody has to be mindful and respectful of everybody's time. I am hearing the concern from parents that in the class, lot of my time goes into asking the kids not to disturb the class. And that is a very fair statement. Request all of you to make sure that you understand and follow the decorum of the class. Let's not get diverted. Let's not purposefully disturb the class. Okay? And that's a request for everybody. If you guys see me getting distracted, raise your hand and remind me. That's fine. I should not get very emotional to crack dad jokes and disturb everybody. Same thing applies for me too. Tasvik, sit down. Come inside. Sit down. So, if you guys are thinking why we are learning numbers or learning about different types of numbers, it is the first chapter in the 8th grade. Many of you who are not in 8th grade would think that is this really in 8th grade? And the answer is yes. It's part of the first chapter of 8th grade. So you are learning it ahead of time. And everybody, please keep your videos on. I want to make sure that everybody follows that as a recommendation hereafter. Okay. My request to you all would be keep your videos on. I want to have everybody's attention. Okay. That's a request as a teacher. I hope you guys don't deny that request. Thanks Aryahi and Abhi for following that request. And everybody else, please keep your videos on. That helps me do a better job as a teacher. And I will be sure that I'm not talking to AI agents. So we are talking about numbers. So primarily we will talk about Advik and Arav, any limitation with respect to not keeping your videos on? Keep your videos on. Deekshita, Sandin Celine, Aradhya, Vasundhara, please keep it on. Okay? I want to see, because otherwise everybody will have different opinion about the plan for the class, and that will not be good. Okay? Now let's talk about different types of numbers. Aradhya. See, I remember having seen Aradhya 6 months ago on video, and now she has grown up. Everybody is growing up. I'm growing up too with grey hairs. You guys are growing up as a child. Okay, let's move on. So, what are the different types of numbers that you guys are aware of? Go ahead. Let's hear everybody. Yeah, Deekshita.
Integers.
Okay, what else? Aradhya, Sandin, Celine, Vasundhara, Aryahi, Abhi, tell me, what are different types of numbers?
Like, you asked for like numbers, right?
Different types of numbers, yeah.
Positive numbers, irrational.
Okay. Aradhya. Little louder, beta.
Whole numbers, rational numbers, integers, natural numbers.
Very nice. Vasundhara.
Irrational numbers.
Irrational numbers also. Okay. Arav.
Natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, irrational numbers, irrational numbers.
After rational number, what was that?
After it was irrational numbers.
Irrational numbers. Deekshita.
Real numbers, whole numbers.
Real numbers, whole numbers. Okay. Advik.
natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and real numbers.
So Advik, I am assuming that you have not put a AI bot to talk on your behalf, right? Keep your video on. Okay? Okay. So let me get started. Tasvik, any other number?
Whole numbers.
Whole numbers. Okay. Now let's visualize this on a number line. Everybody here. This is my number line. Very quick, better, very quick. Come over, make sure that you're not falling off or getting hurt. Quick. Sit down. Don't overdo it. That smell is coming all the way here. Okay, so let's look at a number line. So we are talking about all different number types. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and goes on. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. You start from here and go as far as you want to go. All whole numbers, all complete numbers, no fraction, no mixture, no elements of doubt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, as far as you can count. Go till million, trillion, gazillion, Google, whatever it is. These are called natural numbers. All the numbers that we deal with, starting from 1, these are natural numbers. If you include 0 also in the list, this became whole number. So natural number is a set of numbers starting from 1 as far as you can go. All full numbers, no fractions, no decimals in between. If you include 0 also in the list, that's a whole number. If you want to represent that as a Venn diagram, this is your whole number, and this is your natural number. So natural number is a part of the whole number. Whole number has one extra number. This set has one extra number, which is 0. Does this picture make sense? Does it say 999 words at least? Mostly people say a picture speaks 1000 words. I'm saying at least 999. Mosquitoes will get afraid of you. Don't do too much of that. Okay, so summary is all the numbers starting from 1 to as far as you can go are all natural numbers. Include 0 also to the list, that becomes a whole number. Now, what happens to this side of the number line? Include them all. That became integers. So, there is a bigger circle outside this, that will be integer. All the negative numbers are outside these two circles actually. Okay? So if you relate it with this picture, here till the end, natural number, include 0, whole number, include everything, that is integers. So integer is the grandpa, whole number is the father, natural number is the child. If you look at these three hierarchy as a family tree. Make sense? No? Yeah? Asundara with me? Deekshita, Nihan, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so this family tree is understood. Look, Gayatri, Aradhya clear, Milana clear, Yeah? Milana, is it clear, beta? Okay. So Gayatri, we are talking about the different types of numbers and the relationship between them, and then we'll deal with some word problems relating to them. Okay? I'm sorry, beta?
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. So we talked about what is a natural number, what is a whole number, and what is an integer. So natural number 1 to infinity on the positive side, include 0 to the list. This set is called whole numbers, and if you include the negative numbers also, that is called integers. So far we are talking about numbers which are complete numbers by itself. So with that, I will keep my phone next to you, and I will still close the garage door because I don't want the kids to fall sick. Okay? When your parents are here, keep them call your parents for Are you guys okay? Yeah. Were you feeling cold? No? Okay. So this is with the numbers which are complete numbers. Natural number, whole number, or integers. Now, how about this guy? Okay. This is a messy situation. Difficult to deal with. Now, let's look at what happens when we go beyond full numbers, meaning when we start dealing with numbers in between numbers, between 1 and 2. Let's say I'm talking about 1.3 or 13 by 10. What are these called? This, or maybe 3.2, which I can convert into fraction, it will become 32 by 10. If I talk about 4.9, if I convert this to fraction, it will become 49 by 10. What are these numbers called?
Rational numbers.
Fractions. Yes. Fractions or? Yes, Arav.
Rational numbers.
Or rational numbers. Rohit. So basically when you are dealing with the numbers in between complete numbers or natural numbers.
Sorry I'm late.
No worries, beta. So we are talking about the different types of numbers, and then we'll deal with some problems relating to them. Okay. So this is for all the kids who are late for the class. We are talking about the number system or different types of numbers. And if you are thinking that I am taking you guys back to your early days of your childhood, that is not true. This is the first unit of 8th grade. Okay. So I mean obviously if I want, I wish I could get you guys even younger than what you are today. I like those tiny kids who have just started walking, but I'm not wanting to get you guys that young. What I'm trying to say is, these are the concepts that we learn in the higher grades also. Some of these things might come your way even when you are in 9th or 10th. In the SAT prep also, this is one of the units, okay? So I'm not taking you guys back. If I'm talking about this, a number between 0 and 1, neither 0 nor 1, something in between, let's say 0.5, which I can convert into 5 by 10 or 1 by 2. These are fractions, or these are called rational numbers. How about this guy? So anything and everything that you can represent as a fraction from here to here. Let's say even 3. 3 I can write as 3 by 1. This is in the fraction form. Yeah. I think your parents are here. That was house arrested. It's okay. It was cold, so that's why I closed the door. Okay. No, it's not. It's okay. So when I'm talking about any number that I can represent in the form of a fraction, those are called rational numbers. Does it make sense to everybody? Would 0 be a rational number?
No.
Huh?
I think so.
Anybody? Sami, Vasundhara, Aryahi. Would 0 be a rational number?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Give me a story.
I mean, 0 is a whole number either way, right?
So my definition here is this. Any number that can be represented in the form of a fraction is a rational number.
Yes, sir.
So Nihan, I will let Nihan talk about it. Is 0 a rational number or not, and why you think so?
0 is a rational number because it's like a circle inside.
Okay, I mean
It's natural to like 0 over 1, so it's a
exactly that would be my simpler response. Okay, if any number can be represented in the form of a fraction, something by something, yeah, it's a rational number. Okay, now, so like we were talking about natural number and the whole number, we said 1 to all the numbers, natural number include 0, that becomes whole number. You come to this side, that is, whole thing is called integers. So integer includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 as well. Integer is a superset, includes everything. Likewise, when you talk with respect to rational numbers, anything that can be represented in the form of a fraction, that is rational number, but it has to be positive. If I am talking about rational numbers, I am talking about only numbers starting from 0 till any number which can be represented in the form of a by b as a fraction. What happens to the negatives? Minus 3 by 2. It's a fraction.
No.
It's a fraction. Of course it's a fraction. It's a fraction. No denying that. I'll not accept it. Something by something. Fraction. No question about it even. So it's a fraction, but there is a negative to it. So my rational number are fractions. Fractions I will not talk about. Rational numbers doesn't include a negative here. When you include the negative also, the whole thing, this is called real number. Anything that you can represent on a number line, which can be represented in the form of fraction, is a real number. So now, so far we were talking about the family tree with grandfather, father and child. Now great grandfather also has come into existence. Look at it. This is real number. Any number that you can represent on a number line, that's a real number. Okay? Be it integer, whole number, natural number, rational number, decimal, doesn't matter. This is the rational number. And then all the negative fractions, things are here. Inside the rational number, you have whole number. Inside the whole number, you have, this is whole number here. You have natural numbers. So if you look at this whole tree, rational number includes everything. Full numbers as well as fraction. All the numbers which are full numbers, that is whole number. which includes 0 also. If you exclude 0, then you have only natural numbers. Yeah. Now, why did I put rational numbers here? I will do it this way. Let me change this family tree a little bit, because we are missing the integer part. So let's say this is real number. Inside this we have rational number, only the positive part, and then we have integers here. I will say integer is here. This is integer. This is real number. Outer circle real number, includes everything. Integer is inside this. This is rational number. Meaning this whole circle includes any number that is positive and can be represented as a fraction. All the negative numbers are here. If this diagram is getting confusing, ignore it. Let's look at, because my problem is with the drawing skills, right? So that is where I kind of get lost, but my writing skills are okay. So let's look at it. Let's make a tree like this. I have a real number. Any and every number that can be represented on a number line is real number. It has two parts to it. One is the positive side, one is the negative side. When I'm talking about the positive side, this is where I have rational number and I have integers. Okay, integers have two flavors to it, positive and negative. Rational numbers have only one part. It has two parts to it, whole numbers or full numbers and fractions or mixed numbers, whatever you call it. Negative side of it, again same thing repeats, but negative values. So if you want to understand the structure here, real number is the superset, inside which you have all positive things that you can represent as rational numbers, and within rational numbers you have some numbers which are full numbers like 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, which you can represent as fraction also, and then you have fractions like 3.1, 3.2, 2.9 kind of thing. Yeah, Gayatri, you had raised your hand. I'll come back to you later. And then the negative side of it will have two flavors again. One with the full numbers, which will be part of integer group, and one with negative numbers, which will be like minus 2.9, minus 5.7, minus 12.8, minus 0.8 kind of a thing. Does that hierarchy make enough sense to you guys, or it's getting you guys more confused? Getting you guys confused? No? Okay. So Gayatri, you have raised your hand. Go ahead.
Nothing, sir. Not clarifying.
Okay. So now, before I assume anything, let's look at some problems and see if they are actually problems or not. So we just touched upon all the different types of numbers that we deal with, or that we can come across. Let's see. And there are some numbers like mixed numbers and all that you guys already know about. And if you see a mixed number, what happens? You go mad. Yeah? You apply math to simplify it. If I say 3 1 by 6, you go mad to convert that to a fraction. Correct? Multiply, add, divide. Yeah? I know you guys know about it, but I'm just sometimes touching upon those concepts to make sure that I'm not assuming anything. So if I have mixed number, I will convert this to a fraction by applying MAD. Start from the bottom, go clockwise. First to multiply, 6 3 is 18 plus 119 divided by 6. Yep. That's what you would do. Are you guys actually mad at me, or you're digesting the concept of mad? Dikshita said, I'm mad at you. That's what it means, Vita? Okay. So let's move on. Now, time for me to take a fat nap by getting you guys engaged into some interesting problems. Let's look at the first problem. This one says, the daily average time students practice for after school sports is 1.5 hours. The daily average time students practice for after school sports is 1.5 hours. The daily average time students practice for after school sports is 1.5 hours. To compare the practice times, they created a table that shows the difference between each sports practice time and the average time. To compare the practice times, they created a table that shows the difference between each sports practice time and the average time, with negative numbers representing times less than the average. Okay, so let me put the table here. They created a table, and see, now you guys are thinking that, okay, I was talking about the number types, and then this problem is a word problem. That is what the goal was. That we will not worry about the concept part. Focus is on understanding the application of it. So soccer 0.5, basketball 1/4, swimming -3/4, and then volleyball is 1/2. Which sports has the longest practice time? And then you have, obviously, you have to pick between these four. And how much it is. So let me read the question for you guys one more time. Okay, everybody here. The daily average time students practice for after school sports. So these are 4 after school sports. Okay. The daily average time students practice these 4 after school sports is 1.5 hours. So daily 4 hours for all these 4 sports. Average. To compare the practice time of soccer, basketball, swimming and volleyball, they created a table that shows the difference between each sport's practice time and the average time. So this time minus the practice time. So this had some practice time, this had some practice time, this had some practice time, this had some practice time. So the time that you are seeing here is the difference between the time spent on the sport and the average practice time. Okay? With negative numbers representing time less than the average. So if you are showing -3/4, then that means this time spent on this is less than the average time. Everybody is perplexed, baffled. Yeah. Okay, let me read the question one more time. Yeah, do you have a question?
I was going to ask you.
Okay. I'm reading the question one last time. The daily average time students practice for after school sports is 1.5 hours. Daily average time students practice for after school sports is 1.5 hours. To compare the practice time, they created a table that shows the difference between each sports practice times and the average time. With negative numbers representing times less than the average. The question is, which sport has the longest practice time? Yes, Nihal.
So it's practice time like the X, Y, Z, and K that you put?
Exactly. Because this is the difference between the practice time and the average time.
Oh.
Yep. Everybody got the question or no? Aryahi, Aradhya. Where is Aradhya? Aradhya is here, yeah. Then Deekshita, Gayatri. Did everybody got the question? Shalin, Salim,
Yes, sir.
Vasundhara. Okay. Deal with it. Wake me up when you guys are ready, okay? I'll go take a quick nap. How about Adya and Tasvik? What is cooking up? Don't cook any spicy food. Solve this problem quickly. Okay. वसुंधरा लिख ले बेटा. How about Sammy? Okay? Give it a try. Go round.
Repeat the question.
Yeah, sure. So I will read the question one more time. The question says the daily average time students practice for after school sports is 1.5 hours. To compare the practice times, they created a table that shows the difference between each sports practice time and the average time. Yeah?
So sir, is the 0.5 like the 1.5 hours, like half of the 1.5 hours?
No.
That is
It's
the 0.5 hours.
0.5 is the difference between average practice time and the time spent on practicing this one.
Okay.
So 1.5 minus something equals 0.5. And that something is your practice time.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Wait, you're saying to subtract. So that means if you subtract 1 by 2 with minus 3 by 4, does that mean that?
Hear my question one more time. Because you will not see me, you will only see the question in the examination hall. So I'm reading it one more time for you. To compare the practice times, they created a table that shows the difference between each sports practice time and the average time. So this is not the practice time. This is a difference between practice time minus average time. So if my practice time is, let's say, X hours. X minus this is this. So here you are seeing positive number, that means this sports is being practiced more. If this is 1.4, that means Y minus average time is 1 by 4. If you are seeing a negative here, that means this minus this is a negative number. That means this is smaller number than 1.5. So So now you have to compare between these numbers and find out which one is for which sport the students are spending maximum practice time. So first you have to find out the practice time for all these guys, all these sports, and see which one is the highest. Yes, Gayatri, what's going on, beta? Thinking? Solving? Okay. Let me not bother you guys. I'm just relaxing, just taking a quick nap. I'm just kidding. I did not take a nap in between the class. But I'm in a hibernation mode right now. Wake me up. Think about it, it's not a big deal. Sandra and Suleen, did you guys get the question, beta?
Still solving.
Okay, yeah. I mean, got the question is what I was trying to confirm. Abhi, Nihan, here.
I'm solving volleyball.
Okay. How about Hiranya? You got the question, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me know when you guys are ready to share this with me or argue with me. Yes, Nihan.
For X, I got 2 hours.
Okay.
For Y, I got 1 3/4.
1 3/4. Okay.
For Z, I got 1/4.
Okay.
And for K, I got 1.
So that was not the question. The question was for which sport the players are spending maximum practice time. And you can tell me the name of the sport. You have soccer, basketball, swimming, and volleyball. Milana, are you clear, beta? Clear about the question at least? Okay. I will give you guys maybe 35-40 seconds. I'll be back in 30 seconds, okay? Just solve it and then raise your hand. You'll see it through. So anybody close to being done? What's happening, Adya? Are you clear about the question, beta? Okay. Aradhya is also clear. But where are we?
Sir, I'm kind of confused on how to do basketball and swimming.
Okay. Advi Karnala, what's happening? I'm doing it. See, this is where I need the speed. Oh, I see somebody next to Sammy. Who is it?
You've seen her before, actually.
I'm
Her
sorry?
name is Rowan. You've seen her before. She's actually joined the class before.
Who is she?
Her name is Rowan.
Okay.
Right. They don't need to know that. Yes, they do.
Hello, beta. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if somebody is peeping through the class, then it's obligated to solve this problem as well. Let's see what happens. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so let me try giving you guys some direction on this one. I see everybody is kind of overthinking and getting worried. Can I get everybody's attention real quick? Dekshita, Shami, Nihan, Hiranya, Gayatri, everybody. And Sami's friend also. It's okay, beta, that's fine. I am so emotionally connected to math that I love when I see more kids dealing with math together. Okay. So here, this is the starting sentence. You guys can probably pause it now and let's see how I'm trying to solve this problem. Okay. First thing is I'll read the question. The question says the daily average time students practice for after school sports is 1.5 hours. Meaning there are 4 after school sports, the average time spent is 1.5 hours. That means 1.5 hour. If I had to consider everybody individually, 1.5 hour for this guy, 1.5 hour for this guy, 1.5 hour for this guy, 1.5 hour for this guy. But that is not the thing. It says this is average, meaning sum of all the hours together and then take the average of that. That is what comes to 1.5 hours. So here, let's assume that there's some hours which is average. And then it says this table is showing the time which is the difference between the average hour and the time spent on this sports. So what we are seeing here, my average hour is 1.5. I'll convert that into probably 1.5. Okay. So that way it's easy for me to calculate. This is 1.5. So practice time minus the average hour is what you are seeing here. So 1.5, sorry, x, if this is x minus 0.5 equal to 1.5. Similarly, this is the time which is the difference between the practice time minus the average hour. So y minus 1/4 is nothing but 0.25. Y minus 0.25 is equal to 1.5 again. Here, this is swimming, third one. Let's say this is z. Z minus 3/4, which is nothing but 0.75. So this time the difference between the practice time and the average hour. So z minus this number equal to 1.5 hours. And let's say this is k, which is the time spent on volleyball. So k minus 1/2 is nothing but half, is equal to 1.5 hours. So from this what you see is, whatever you have in the table here, this is the difference between the practice time minus the average hour. If the practice time is x minus this is equal to average hour. Practice time is y for basketball, y minus this is equal to this hour. Practice time is z for swimming, z minus this number is equal to this. This is a difference, simple thing. Now, this becomes x equals 0.5 goes to the other side, becomes plus, and that becomes 1.5 plus 0.5, that is 2. Here, this goes to the other side, it becomes 1.75, so y is equal to 1.75. Z, oh, minus and minus, this becomes plus. So z plus 0.75 is 1.5. So z, if this becomes z plus 0.75 equal to 1.5. That means z will be equal to, this goes to other side, becomes minus. So z equals 1.5 minus 0.75. That means z will be equal to 0.75. And then this k will be, again, this goes to other side, becomes plus. K will be equal to 1.5 plus 0.52. What was the question? The question was saying, for which sport? The question was, Which sport has the longest practice time?
That would be soccer and volleyball.
Which sport has the longest practice time? Soccer and volleyball. K and X. X and K. Soccer and volleyball. Does it make sense or?
It makes sense, sir.
Makes sense? Hiranya, Salman Suleem, Sami, my guest of the class.
Yeah, she said it makes sense, sir.
Makes sense? Okay, Nihan, Yasundhara, Gayatri, everybody okay? Are you okay? Okay. So, one problem is not enough. One more. Let's see what happens here. So, before, see again, it's just not about solving the problem and getting the answer. The thing is, did this question have enough merit to get us confused? Probably not. Where we got confused? Because Dikshita is looking different. What happened? Dikshita also has guest. Thanksgiving guests. Okay, cool. All the kids are welcome to the class. I love to have kids in the class, and it actually helps me become a better teacher when I hear more of you to understand where I go wrong, where I am making it complicated for you guys, and how I can simplify it. So, if we have guests in the class, I love it. Alright. Where is the next question? So, okay, before I go to the next question, what I was trying to say was this question difficult? No. It was just word boards. There were a lot of words into it, and it was presented in a cryptic way. Instead of saying the time spent on the sports for practice, they say, okay, I'm giving you the difference between the average time and the practice time. You find out the practice time, and then you tell me which one is the highest. Now, we could have looked at it differently also. Now look at this one. This difference is coming between the practice time and the average time. More the difference, more the practice. If you have to choose between these four, which are the maximum numbers? This is 0.5. Here the difference between the practice time and the average time is the most, right? This is half hour. This is 0.25 hour, and this is even negative. So that means these two have the maximum practice time. So again, in an exam-like scenario where you have to save every second of your time, you will probably not do this lengthy calculation. You will think about it, okay. This is not the practice time, but this is the difference between practice time and average time. My average time is fixed. This difference will be more or less depending on how much is my practice time. Oh, these two are the maximum value. That means these two practice times are more. Done deal. Make sense? So your effort would not go into calculation. Your effort would actually go into making up your mind to decide on the approach. If you are clear about what the question says, if you can interpret these things, you don't essentially have to do calculation. See, actually whatever calculation I did, that went down the drain. Because this table was saying everything. This is the difference, practice time and the average hours. Whichever is the highest, that is what is the highest practice time. Correct? So by looking at the table itself also you could have found that answer. Because the question was not having enough merit to do a lot of calculation. It had enough cryptic information for us to decode. Make sense? What my guests are saying today. Everybody is okay? Nihan, Arav, Hiranya, Sandin Suleim, Milana, everybody okay? Alright, so let's go to the next problem. We have just 10 more minutes and we should be able to waste that by solving this problem. A store is having sales on clothing. Good news for all of us. Yes, Arya.
So I've kind of guests in my house. Can we just drop them to the airport? Can I leave?
Yes, sure. So you only have the extra responsibility of watching the video of the class. Yeah?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, okay. And I mean, basically, okay. Arya, he's not there to listen to me. She's gone. Okay. So let's look at the question. A store is having sales on clothing. The prices are reduced by the values shown below. And where is the below? It's not below the board, it's here on the board. A store is having sales on clothing. The prices are reduced by the values shown below. 75%, 2/3, half, 60%. These are the 4 options, okay? So let me put them in table so that it looks clearer to you guys. Not tables, boxes rather. This question says, a store is having sales on clothing. The prices are reduced by the values shown below. Prices reduced by the values shown below. 75%, 2/3, half, 60%. Order the price reduction from least to the greatest. Yeah. So, Ayahi, Samri, Myra, they are not in the class, they would have liked your nails, they would have had reasons to discuss about your nail paints. But here, the question is this. Store is having sales on clothing. The prices are reduced by the values shown below. 75%, 2/3, half, 60%. The question is, order the price reduction from least to the greatest. Where you are seeing the maximum price reduction, where you are seeing the minimum price reduction, and then keep going in the increasing order to represent this. Is everybody clear about the question? Tasvik, what are you doing? Did you hear the question? Do it. Arav, you have a question?
Yeah. What's the question to ask about the word?
Let me read it loud and clear for you guys one more time. A store is having sales on clothing. The prices are reduced by the values shown below. 75%. Prices are reduced by the values shown below. Okay? 75%, 2/3, half, 60%. So these are the reductions on the prices. It says, order the price reduction from least to the greatest. Which one is the least reduction? And keep moving towards the highest reduction. Yes, Sunny.
So we go 1/2 to 60%, 2/3%, I mean 2/3.
Where is it? Okay. Half then?
60%.
Okay. 60% is which one? Oh, 60% here, okay.
Yeah.
Then
2/3,
2/3,
and then 75%.
75%.
Yeah.
And to make it more explicit, this is what you are saying.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Arif.
I thought 60% or one half as the biggest, then 60%, then 2/3, then 75%.
This is not the biggest, this is least. Starting from the least.
And then the
Yeah. Advik,
About the same thing.
same thing. Sadness Link,
Same. We got the same thing.
same thing. Abhi, Dikshita,
I got the same thing, sir.
Nihan,
Thing.
same thing. Tasvik, not yet. Adya, it might fall on your head. It will topple and fall on your head. Be careful. How about you, Adyota? Not yet. So did you get the question? These are the reduction in price. Okay, store. Now we are heading towards Thanksgiving, right? You will see 25% discount, 30% discount, 50% discount. If you know 25% discount, 30% discount, 40% discount, 50% discount, which is the smallest, you can figure out, or 25% is the least. Here, you are not given all the numbers in percentage. You are given this as percentage, this as percentage. These two are given as fractions. You can convert the fractions into percentage. 2/3. Just pick this number, multiply by 100, done deal. This is your percentage. If you have half multiply by 100, whatever you get, that is the percentage. So this is 50%. This will become 200 by 3, 66.66. So that's why 50 is the smallest, then 60, then 60, this is 66.66 to the third one, and then 75. Okay? So we have to just arrange this in the order where you put the reduction, the least reduction in the beginning, and move towards this one. This is what we want. We all want 75%, 85%, 95% reduction in Thanksgiving, right? And I'll be even happier if they pay me extra money for buying things from them. Yeah? I pick up a shoe for $105 and they'll say, okay, fine, I'm giving you 105% discount. So you take the shoe and also take $100 from me. What a deal. They don't do it, I'm just kidding. Alright, but with that being said, I will wish you all best of luck for the Thanksgiving discount that you will get. But the good news is not there yet. We are still having class tomorrow. And the good news is we will not have the class next weekend. So this weekend we will have class so that we learn all the concepts that we need to learn to be better prepared for the Thanksgiving.
Wait, so like the next 2 days, like the next Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, next weekend I'll disappear.
Yeah.
Okay, so next weekend we will not have any class. I will bother you guys till tomorrow, okay? Alright, so have fun. See you guys tomorrow same time.
Yeah. Bye, sir.
Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Bye bye, bye bye.